Hello everyone and welcome back to Conrail's Ohio and West Virginia Division HO scale layout. This is going to be a layout update for, September, October, and November because, I made a video back there in August saying I was going to be back and, things didn't quite work out that way. So I'll go ahead and update y'all on what I've been up to and kind of show a little bit of what I've been doing. I haven't really done that much model railroading, so that's kind of why the videos haven't been coming out, but sit back, relax, and take a look at some of what I've been up to here this last couple months. All right, everyone. So glad to be back here. I'll just leave it at it was just a lot of work related stuff the last few months that just kind of I didn't really feel like doing any model railroading. I didn't really feel like doing much of anything. Why wouldn't it work? Because I was tired. So hopefully here, I'd hopefully knock on our way out here. I should be back to a somewhat regular schedule here as far as uploading videos and putting out videos here within the next few weeks. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling and how things go, and hopefully I can get back on that schedule because I do have a couple videos right now that are edited, ready to go. I just got to upload them and just haven't gotten around to it. So let's go ahead and start off over here at Sherman Junction. Kind of talk about what's going on over here because I've just never been very happy with this like front part of this scene and the road. I don't know why. I just never quite happy with it. I feel like I could do better. So I kind of started toying around with the idea of maybe taking and putting a track through, come off the main line here, because this will kind of give us a back way into Richard's yard. This is just a rough, just throwing it out, seeing what I think of things right here, because I'd like to take out this road and redo this whole front track deal. Not quite sure what way I want to go about yet. Might make it to where it looks like it was, this track was originally part of a Y, and this was a new track that just got put in because obviously we have our like abandoned diamonds over here, and abandoned crossing was right in this area. So just kind of something I've been kind of pondering about and trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with yet. I'm not happy with how it is right now. I feel like there's something better that I could do with it. Just, not only for operations, but just for the overall look of it. I've never been quite happy with that road and kind of the way this turned out. So this would kind of give me a chance to do something a little bit different, kind of, like I said, kind of put like an abandoned, like this would obviously get ripped out, this turnout here, kind of put an abandoned like diamond right here where that track off the Y that would have been coming into this line right here would have crossed that, and then move this turnout down farther closer to Slesnick paper recyclers. So obviously if I actually do that, it's going to be probably another couple weeks before I even dive into starting to rip things apart and going into that, but just something I've been toying with. Go ahead and comment down below with what you guys think. If I had more than this inch of foam base to work with, I'd probably put like a little pond or something over here with the track going through it on like a little bridge or something, but there's just not enough to really dig that out and do that. So if you guys got any ideas, go ahead and comment them down below. Tell me what you think. Am I losing my mind? I mean, I kind of am losing my mind, but that's, is what it is. Let's go ahead and move on to some of the other stuff I've been up to. All right, so the one major locomotive project I actually managed to complete and finish over the last 3 months were these two Kato SD80 Max. They're both custom numbered 4124, and then the second one's 4125. These I added ESU Loke Sound to. full LED lighting, all my usual stuff, the separate number boards, the marker lights, just the works. And just got done programming these a week ago. They've been done for about a month now, but just finally got around to programming them because, just any of you out there that do a lot of DCC stuff and do the custom lighting and sounds and all that, it just, if you're not in the mood to stand there at the computer and try and program all that stuff, because at least how mine's set up, I gotta stand at it and go through that whole thing, it's really not that fun. So I enjoy the, the decaling and painting and the building parts of the hobby as well as the running stuff. But when it comes to the electronic programming, I think I'd rather be doing wiring than doing that. So that's the first thing we got done as far as locomotives. Let me reset up the camera here and I'll show you some cars I built. All right, so here is some more projects we knocked out here. These are some G47 Conrail gondola kits I built. I actually am doing 7 of them. This is the first 4 that are done here. These were all in a later Conrail repaint scheme. These are the old rail yard models, I think it is, kits that somebody's making them again, and I bought a couple of them. Would have bought more of them if they're a little cheaper, but that is what it is. I just kind of got enough to be happy with floating them into trains and stuff here and there and have some variety. My gosh, you guys want to talk about an absolute challenge of a build. These are like the real deal kits to build. I mean, I didn't do half the underbody brake detail and stuff because I can't stand trying to bend wires and get them all to fit like that. Damn near make me crazy. So these took me about 2 weeks, 2 weekends worth of time just to get all the build work done, just because of all the little separate parts you got to put on. And a side note for any of you guys that have these kits or are buying these kits, watch the decals, because you can tell you clear coat them and they do a sag thing. That was kind of a bit of a bummer, but is what it is. So there we have the first car. We have our second car here, just a little different, paint scheme job there. And then our third car, and again, as you can tell, we just got the decal BS going on. But this one, as you can see, has the plates on the side there with the numbers and stuff. That's just kind of one of those things I like to do to kind of, change things up with the cars and just give them a little different feel, is to add those plates and stuff. We'll show some more of those when we get over towards the paint booth and the workbench. I got a few more of those that I'm in the process of painting and getting done, so hopefully those will be done here pretty soon. So, other than that, there really hasn't been anything done on the layout, actually. About the only thing I've done over here, other than, think about stupid ideas of ripping out track and doing crazy things, is I kind of went and I put away a lot of cars, kind of, tried to make some more room. Because I don't know about you guys, I tend to get way too much out on the layout to the point where I can't move things or run a train. So I had to go ahead and kind of shuffle some stuff away and make some more room. And I've also been kind of selling off some stuff here and there too, just to kind of clear out the projects I'm never going to get to. Because you got to face the reality eventually that I can't own and build everything. So let's go head over to the paint booth and see some of the shenanigans I've been up to over the last week here. Alright, so we're over here at the paint booth now, and as you guys can tell, I got a little bit into the CSX again, so these have kind of been something I've been just working on here just the last week or so. First of all, any of you out there that are CSX modelers, y'all are nuts doing these YN2 paint schemes. My gosh, the amount of taping and masking and all that to do these. I still got to go back through, and I got to do the yellow on this end yet, and I got to do the black on the walkways and the top of the short hood there. But these actually were a set of Scale Trains SD40-3s that I bought a while ago, that I kind of came to the point where it's like, well, I could sell them and get my money out of them, or I could take and get a Canon sub-base cab and short hood and rebuild them into what I want them to be, which is just regular old, 90s era CSX power. So that's what I kind of did here over this last week, was just kind of went ahead and stripped these and redetailed them, built the cabs and short hoods. It's, it's so much work doing these little hoods and cabs and trying to get it all to fit. And then, my gosh, just the amount of taping to do these paint jobs is crazy, but I'm really enjoying this. This is the first time I've ever done a, paint job of this magnitude where you gotta go through and, tape lines and try to get everything perfect like that. So, one of those things that I'll tell anybody out there that's thinking about doing it, go for it. Take your time, but man, is it cool when you start to get them done a little bit. So that's kind of the big project I got over here at the paint booth. Let's head over to the old workbench here for what else I've been up to. All right, so now we're over here at the workbench, and one of the projects I've been kind of messing around with too has been these I think these are GE52D style gondolas. These were kind of like an older style gondola that Conrail used all the way up until the end. But these were actually built out of Proto 1000 kits, I want to say is what they were. Ended up changing the ends on them over to tangent ends so that it looks a little bit more like the prototype ones. And then too, I did my old, put the pieces of sheet styrene in and bow them out. Didn't quite come out as nice as I would have liked just because of how you get that seam there, but I'm still pretty happy with them. I think they're pretty cool for, you know, a really cheap freight car, just upgrading and doing stuff. So I got a couple of these that are almost done, waiting on the loads to show up for those. Where else we got? We got another one of our G47s here. Yep. This one's in the middle of being weathered, but just another one, you know, got to have a few of them. And then another project I've been messing with too, just kind of got a wild hair at my butt to do some more CSX kind of coal cars here, some coal 100-ton coal hoppers for a coal train. Obviously an old Western Maryland car. This one I went ahead and I airbrushed. I did like a fade, and then I did some rust, and then I faded the rust and just did a panelized wash on it. Still got some more weathering work to do on that yet, but just, you know, little stuff like that's really what I've been up to. The other like major project I've been doing is these GPs back here in the back. I actually have this one here. Is actually going to be is a rebuild of Conrail 8201. That's a locomotive I built a while ago, after Genesis model that I'm going back and trying to redo because when I originally built it, the way I did the lighting wasn't that great, and to go in and fix it, you pretty much end up almost destroying the dang thing. So I wasn't happy with the weathering on it, so I'm redoing that, as well as these ones are kind of more familiar ones here. This is the 7677. Same story. When I originally built it, I didn't do the lighting very well, and as you guys can tell, I couldn't get that stuff out of there, so ended up having to scrap the cab, because if you'll look closely here, let me see if I can get that to focus, there's actually a piece of the cab missing. I didn't care about that stuff so much years ago, but nowadays I do. So this is actually the salvage cab from that unit, and the short hood's over here as well. Still got that. But this is going to be the new one over here. And while I was doing it, it's probably going to be kind of hard to tell, but I actually hand bent the handrails instead of using the plastic Atlas ones. Again, they're not perfect, but it seems like the more of them I do, the better I'm getting with it. And that's kind of the goal with something like that, is to just keep trying to do them. And then, of course, the 7678. Oh, wrong cab. I still got that one, too. Same story. I kind of messed up. These 3 units were the last 3 that I had to do what I call a rebuild on from, you know, when I first built them 4 or 5 years ago, and I had no idea what I was doing. I kind of want to get everything up to a standard anymore, where everything's got lit number boards, lit marker lights, and then the front and rear flashing ditch lights. And these were the last ones I had left that didn't meet that standard. So that's kind of been the big projects I've been up to. Hopefully, again, I'll be able to get videos done and upload on time. As it stands right now, it's almost Thanksgiving. I do have a couple of videos ready. I just got to upload them. So hopefully this one will be edited and up before Thanksgiving, and you guys can enjoy it and say, hey, that's where the heck he's been. Just been really busy, and hope all of you are doing well. Hope everybody's going to have a nice holiday, and I'll see you all next month.